All right, so here are the answers to the 3-6 homework direct variation. It says which equation is not an example of a direct variation. That's A, because it has a y-intercept of 1. If you look at B, C, and D, they all don't have a second number. They only have that slope or constant of variation there. So A is not a direct variation. Same thing with number 2, which is not a direct variation. Well, A and C are both direct variations because it's y equals something x, right? So it's in the right form. If you notice, B and D are not in the right form. So we have to solve this as a literal equation so we can get y by itself. And when you get y by itself, we're looking to see which one does not have a y-intercept, which one has a +0 at the end. And if you solve D, so if I subtract 5x from both sides, then you get 6y equals negative 5x plus 30, divide by 6. This is a mistake. This one is not correct. I should have circled B because it has a +0 here. So this is a very bad mistake. Make sure that you have B as the correct answer and not D. I have all my work too. I don't know why I circled D. All right, so number 3, 4, and 5, name the constant of variation. Well, the constant of variation is just what is the number in front of x. That's the same as our slope. So 3 is 5, 1/2 is 4, and 5 is negative 2/3. Okay, 6 through 10 are saying basically write a proportion to figure out what is a missing number. So suppose y varies directly as x, and y is 16 when x is 8. So 16, 8 is equal to some number y, and I know when x is 16, and you cross multiply and you get this. So that's how I set all of these up. Just notice that you're not always going to have x and y. So like in 8 and 9, it's saying v varies directly with g. So v's in the numerator, g's in the denominator. Cross multiply and divide, and you get your final answers. And then 10, it goes back to x and y, and we get 9 is equal to 3/2 y when you multiply. So just remember to get rid of this 3/2, you have to multiply by the reciprocal, which is 2/3. And then to multiply, you get 2 times 9 is 18, divided by 3 is 6. All right, 11 and 12. Do these represent direct variations? 11 does not, because it does not cross at 0, but 12 does because it crosses at the origin. Okay, now this gave you a little, just a quick synopsis of how to do word problems like you did, and we did a lot of these in the group work section of the videos, so hopefully you did well in these. But here it says, this one is looking at the distance that lightning varies directly with time it takes to hear thunder. So it says that you hear thunder 10 seconds after you see lightning, and you're about 2 miles from the lightning. So it says the direct variation equation for the relationship between time and distance. So time is going to be our y, and distance is going to be our x. Now notice how I simplified 10 over 2 is the same as 5 over 1, which gave me my equation. I used 4 miles, plugged it in, and we got that. And then 14 is talking about a recipe for corn muffins with the relationship with how many corn muffins you get to how many cups of flour. I just want to note for this one, so flour varies directly with the number of muffins you make, but they gave us 2 dozen, so I had to convert that over to 24 muffins. 3 over 24 simplifies to 1/8, and that's how I got this one. So hopefully you did well in this. Let me know if you have any questions, and start working on lesson 3-7, which is going to be due on Monday.